Hey there, my name's Curtis Lucas and you're watching Empire Building. So, this is a strange and frankly wonderful feeling. On Monday I made 100 grand in a single day while Bitcoin completed its weekend reversal to continue to knock on the door of $20,000. This was unlike anything I had ever seen before. And to be honest, I was a little hesitant about disclosing that kind of information. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that if I'm going to run this channel the way it was intended, I need to be open and honest about what I am doing to build my empire. And disclosing my achievements as well as my failures is a big part of that. I actually made $99,605.76. And honestly, this still feels weird to say. The most I've ever made working for someone else as an engineer was $105,000 in an entire year. So I don't know how I'm going to get used to making that kind of money in a single day, but I'll do my best. But I really do need to be honest about something. Even though I made $100,000 in a single day, this was not quick money for me. What do I mean by that? I'm going to tell you a little story about how I got here and what led up to this. Because it can be very easy to look at this and think, this guy is so lucky, or this guy is some kind of crazy gambler. So I hope you'll indulge me while I give you a little glimpse of how I turned $46,603.02 into $312,852.26. I started my investment career in late November 2017 with about $10,000. I only discovered Bitcoin in late 2017, and I very quickly became fascinated by it. Completely lost, but fascinated. I began trading it along with some Canadian stocks that sell the wacky tobacco. Sorry, I heard YouTube demonetizes videos if you say that word. With some early success, followed by, well, we all know what that was followed by. I lost a lot of money. Or at least what was a lot of money to me at the time. But I didn't allow that experience to cloud my observation of what this new technology called blockchain was and what it was capable of. I would spend the next 3 years studying this space and trying to get as much first-hand knowledge of this technology as I could. I built my own mining rig and set it up to mine Ethereum. Doing this helped me understand at a very personal level what the metrics were for being profitable mining, which is what led me to mining companies that traded on the stock market. The first company that I became interested in was Hive. It was a Canadian company, and I am Canadian! Hive also mined Ethereum, which I had researched extensively and mined myself, as I mentioned already. Hive had also declined substantially from its all-time high of about $6 all the way down to about $2. I traded that for a few months with success until what I thought was the impossible happened. It broke below $1 and it felt like I would never recover. I sold at a loss around 80 cents. Not to be discouraged, but I decided to give crypto a little break. With the money I had left, I decided to put into renovating my house. But I wanted to continue trading, but I had no more money. But then I remembered that I had a retirement savings plan from an old employer, and I had learned that I could take over that account and self-direct it. Realizing that I had not a very good track record at this point, I decided to change my strategy, and I began investing in more traditional markets. Companies like Nvidia, AMD, Goldman Sachs, Apple, and eventually Tesla. I became very interested in the progress Tesla had been making and traded it into the mid $200 range while still making a profit. Then the bottom fell out and the FUD was everywhere.
But getting back to Tesla, we've been short Tesla since the low 300s. And, you know, we believe the company is going to have to restructure. And I said with this, the last time I was on with you, Shri, you know, we believe the company is going to be zeroed out. It's going to be worthless as far as the equity is concerned. They have very poor management. Elon Musk is not a genius. He's not a visionary. He's a charlatan. He's a carnival barker. He cannot replace any of the massive amounts of management that are leaving the company. Number two, they have a toxic balance sheet. And while they were able to pull off a recent secondary, that secondary was done at $242, and the shares are right now $179. If you look at the product that Tesla is actually making now, this Model 3, it is absolute garbage.
Knowing I had done my research, I doubled down and I managed to acquire 100 shares at a cost basis around $250 a share. I had no further money to invest, so all I could do is sit back and wait. It paid off, and before long, I was sitting on a profit of 40%. And then the Cybertruck unveiling occurred.
Franz, could you try to break this glass, please? Sure? Yeah. Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
After being beat around by the crypto markets and the, you know what, I was terrified that the fudsters were just going to take over the narrative and drive the stock lower. And even if they didn't, Tesla was near its upper limit of a trading range it had been in for years. I sold and collected my 30% profit that was left, and I felt pretty damn good about it. That is until I saw what happened next.
You know, this is getting crazy, right? Tesla stock soaring to $900 a share. Elon Musk getting richer faster than any other billionaire so far this year. Actually, than anyone so far this year.
This experience taught me so many lessons. If you're going to invest in disruption, you have to be prepared to get kicked around a little, or a lot. But you cannot run at the first sign of trouble. I kept believing that Tesla would crash, but it never did. Well, that is until the COVID crash, but everything did. And at the time, I took a look at the market, and the only sector that I believed had the greatest upside potential was the crypto markets. So I went all in. I also received a substantial tax refund this year, which I immediately put to work. I never would have guessed that I would have bought Riot 3 cents off its all-time low. It just worked out that way. Now, I did not feel good doing it at the time. Warren Buffett says that you should be greedy when people are fearful, but what he really should have said is you should be greedy when you are fearful. That shit was scary, but it turned out the timing couldn't have been better. Armed with my lessons from Tesla, I held strong without making a single trade. I put myself into my work, building out a company that I started with an old friend of mine, and we managed to secure our very first contract worth $1.5 million. And to date, my account has skyrocketed to over $300,000. Over the last 3 years, I have made many deposits and withdrawals. But after subtracting those two, it turns out my principal investment was $46,603.02, with a current value of $312,852.26. While this year has been dramatic, you can see that this was not luck, nor was it easy. I worked my ass off to get here, and it required nerves of steel, but every action, both good and bad, has led me to this moment. And this is only the beginning. I started this channel because I realized that I'm not the only one out there with these kinds of ambitions. And I thought that I might have a unique perspective to offer that doesn't really seem to be that prevalent on YouTube. I am going to continue to share that perspective while I build my empire. It won't all be about blockchain and crypto mining, but it will be entertaining and honest. And I will always try to bring you that unique perspective on any topic that I choose to cover. I hope that I have earned your subscription. And as you can see, the channel is still very small, but with your help and your likes, we can grow this community and build empires. Thanks for listening. Now let's get back to empire building. Bye.